Kids-Tory-Toon. Like, share and subscribe. Story title: The Mystery of the Missing Cupcakes. Once upon a time in the peaceful town of Willowville, there was a young detective named Lucy. Lucy was known for her keen observation skills and love for solving mysteries. One sunny morning, she received an urgent call from her best friend Benny. "Lucy, you have to come quickly," Benny exclaimed over the phone. "All the cupcakes for the big school bake sale have gone missing." Lucy arrived at Benny's house, where a table had been prepared with rows of colorful cupcakes, each decorated with icing and sprinkles. It was supposed to be the highlight of the school's charity event. Lucy examined the scene carefully. There were crumbs on the table, and it looked like the cupcakes had been taken in a hurry. "Don't worry, Benny," Lucy said. "I'll get to the bottom of this mystery." She began by asking questions. "Did anyone else know about the cupcakes, Benny?" Benny thought for a moment. "Well, only my little sister Mia, the owner of the local bakery, and our neighbor, Mr. Jenkins, who was trimming his age earlier." Lucy decided to start with Mia. She found Mia in her room, playing with her dolls. "Mia, did you see anything unusual today?" Lucy asked gently. Mia hesitated, but then admitted, "I saw Mr. Jenkins coming out of our yard with a cupcake in his hand." Lucy thanked Mia and headed next door to Mr. Jenkins' house. She found him in his garden, trimming the hedge as usual. "Mr. Jenkins," Lucy inquired, "did you take a cupcake from Benny's yard?" Mr. Jenkins looked surprised. "Oh dear, I didn't take any cupcake. I was trimming my hedge all morning." Lucy noticed some colorful icing on Mr. Jenkins' gardening gloves. She carefully examined them and realized they matched the icing from the missing cupcakes. "Mr. Jenkins, it seems you might have accidentally picked up some icing while trimming your hedge." Mr. Jenkins' face turned red, and he confessed, "You are right, I did take only one. It just looked so delicious, and I could not resist." Lucy smiled and said, "It's important to ask before taking something that doesn't belong to us." Lucy, the young detective, decided to broaden her investigation and talk to Mrs. Henderson, the owner of the local bakery, where Benny's cupcakes were meant to be displayed for the bake sale. She found Mrs. Henderson bustling around her bakery, preparing pastries and cakes for the day. "Mrs. Henderson," Lucy asked, "did anyone come by asking about or taking Benny's cupcake?" Mrs. Henderson thought for a moment and said, "Well, there was a new customer this morning, a young boy named Timmy. He seemed quite interested in the cupcakes and he left in a hurry." Lucy thanked Mrs. Henderson and went in search of Timmy. She found him at the nearby playground, playing with his friends. "Timmy," Lucy inquired, "did you happen to take any cupcakes from Benny's yard today?" Timmy looked nervous but then admitted, "I did take any one, but I didn't think it would be a big deal." Lucy explained the importance of asking before taking something that didn't belong to him. As Lucy continued her investigation, she could not help but notice that there were more clues to unravel. She again visited Timmy at the playground, and as she was about to ask him more questions, he hesitated and whispered, "I saw someone else taking cupcakes too." Detective Lucy. Lucy's curiosity piqued. "Who did you see, Timmy? Please tell me everything." Timmy looked around nervously and finally confessed, "I saw